Okay, I'm going to try to do a quick comparison of a CMP new wood stock and what I think is a HRA post-World War II replacement. It's got the big old shelf space on the back here, and it's got your little DOD stamp with the 3 stars. Just your basic HRA replacement stock. This stock came from a friend of mine's rifle who wants it to shoot better. I have the receiver, barreled receiver at my shop because his barrel is just a touch off. It just needs to be cranked a little bit. You can see the ears are a little crooked. So got that going on, and the stock fit. I don't know if my camera picks it up, but right along here you can see where the op rod was rubbing. It was rubbing really hard when he got it. It was literally leaving little sawdust trails on the outside of the wood. And the barrel channel is very narrow, as they usually are. I haven't checked to see if his barrel actually hits here or not. It doesn't look like it's been hitting. And one big difference is along the heel here. On all my Garands, there's a slight little step right down here from the back of the heel here, from about here down. There's a slight gap. I don't know if you can pick up on it, but when there's a gap, when that sits on there, there's a slight gap, just enough to see light through. All the CMP stocks I have been flat as a board, and from all I've learned on the CMP forums, Gus Fisher posts out there on the internet, that space is pretty important for accuracy. Gives a little flex to the receiver or something, I don't know. A couple armors down at the gun club from Korean War era said definitely helps to have that. And that's about it on this little video. This is one of my rifles. Shoots pretty damn good, as it is. Now, a lot of people worry about lockup on their trigger guards. It's just a run-of-the-mill trigger guard. I did a little trigger work to it to make it a nice smooth trigger. I don't know if you can pick it up, but I get rid of all the pockerization on anything that might touch on the trigger. I polished up the pins. Everything is as tight as I can get it with the parts I had. And is within the legal limits. I'm trying to do this with one hand here. Okay. Now, a lot of people worry about their trigger lockup. This stock isn't too bad. I mean, I'm pulling pretty hard there to get it where it's at. And that's what, ½ inch away from lockup. Okay. And then you just snap it in. That's just hand power. Grabbing it like that, snapping it in. Is that ideal? No. Not for target shooting anyway. But for function, absolutely. Okay. Now on this one, this stock falls right off. It's got a little play. And it shows when you shoot it. Now we'll snap this into this other stock. The first thing you'll see is this does not slide in easily. I actually have to push it in with my hands to get it to drop in. It fits snug, nice and tight. trigger guard. If you notice, this one I'm pushing down pretty hard, and that's a huge difference from where it locked up on the other one. I cannot push this one closed. This one I will actually have to either hit it with a mallet or put my full weight on it, which I'll probably do right now. Yeah. Full weight, slammed it in there. And I just rest it on the rear sight ears. Make sure your sight's all the way down and lock it in. And that is a nice fit. It's hard to pick up with this crappy camera, but right there's a dip. I'm talking very faint dip. We're talking piece of paper thickness, maybe a thin business card. That little drop right there. CMP stocks just don't have it. And every CMP stock, for whatever reason, has this weird little divot out of the right side. Right here. All my stocks have it, this stock has it. Just kind of strange. I don't know why the stocks are so different from the CMP. On the new and the old, I mean, production drawing numbers, I have no idea. Completely different shape going down through here, much more flatted square type place there, and this is nice and round. A lot of thickness up through here. Some guys like that, some guys don't. That's about it. These are old hand guards, so you want a little space in between your hand guards and there for expansion. You want a little space here, a little play up here, and that's it. But for me, the two best things you can do with your service grade M1, make sure this front gas cylinder is tight, there's no rotational play. Easy fix. You just peen over the splines on the barrel a little bit and just leave it alone. And trigger. Find somebody who knows how to do a trigger job on an M1, or do what I did and bug the crap out of the people who know more than you and online. It's pretty easy. It's not just about making the triggers lighter, it's just basically all it does is it will reduce pull weight a little bit, but what it does is it decreases the second stage. So once you pull up on that first stage, it's bang right there. But that's what you get.